Hey everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. I have been using the Plaud Note since its early days. They sent me one out right after they announced it, and I've been using it and loving it. It is a fantastic AI note taker. But they now have the Plaud Note Pro, and when I was at CES last month, they sent me home with one. So we're going to unbox it, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the differences between the two of them. So let's jump into it, and here we go. All right, let's just take a quick look around the box here. So we can see this is now the Plaud Note Pro, says the world's most advanced AI note taker, turns conversations into intelligence. And so we have some information on the back. It says it looks like it's going to work in numerous languages: English, Dutch, or English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, Japanese, Korean, and I believe that's Chinese. So, all right, let's get this plastic off of here so that we can get this. We can get this thing out, and here we go. And one thing I do like is that they do have these pull tabs that make it very easy to get in, so you don't have to worry about getting a knife or something to cut through there. And let's get this out of there. Let's see. There we go. All right. And we can see we're going to get a Plaud Note Quick Start Guide and some other paperwork here. So if you've never had a Plaud Note before and you want to know how to get this thing going, you can come in here and open this up and take a look and see how to use it. So, all right. Now here is the actual device, and these things are so tiny. Look at that. That is it right there. It is fantastic looking, nice and thin and small. Has a little magnetic charging port on the back right there. It does have proprietary charging. It's one thing I kind of don't like. I wish they had USB-C or some other sort of like just, you know, Q2 or Key 2 wireless charging so that you didn't have to have a proprietary charger, but it is what it is. So now you notice right here, there is a button and there's a screen on here now. If you take a look at the old Note, take that out. They still look same in their design language, but there is a screen here now, so you'll be able to see how much recording time is on there, how long you've been recording. I believe it'll show you what mode you're in and battery life. This one, you didn't have that. You just have one little LED indicator light, and that was kind of it. So we'll set that off to the side for just a moment. We'll put this back in its sleeve, and we'll see what else we get. And it looks like we are going to get another nice magnetic sleeve right here. So very nice. So we can take this out, and there you go. We're also going to get a magnetic loop on the back, a little sticker. So if you happen to have a phone that does not come with MagSafe, or you don't have a MagSafe case, you can put this onto your phone and then use it to connect, because this is going to connect to your phone magnetically. So if we take my iPhone right here, set it right there, you'll hear it snap on, and it attaches magnetically via the MagSafe magnets in there. So yeah. All right, let's see what else we're going to get. And it looks like we're going to get a nice braided cable that has USB-C on one side and the proprietary charger on the other. So we just go ahead, snap it just like that, and we're ready to go. Now, if I grab a power brick or something like this, I can go ahead and plug this in, and you'll see right there, it's starting to load up, and now it's going to tell me that I have my device pretty much charged up. It's going to give me a barcode on there, or a QR code that I'm going to need to use to pair the device. Okay, that's everything that comes in the box. I'm going to go ahead and get this paired up with my Plaud Note app that I already have set up on my phone from the previous one. And then I'm going to tell you about some of the differences between this Note, the Pro, and the original version. All right, my Plaud Note needs a firmware update. So while it's updating, let me go ahead and just go over some of the differences between the original Plaud Note and the Plaud Note Pro. So the original Plaud Note has two microphones. The Plaud Note Pro now has 4 microphones. This means you're going to get better recording quality. So when you are, say, in a meeting and you have your Plaud Note sitting on the desk and there's multiple people around the table, you're going to have more microphones picking up each speaker so that you're going to be able to get a better quality of sound in, which should give you better transcriptions. You are also going to get more range. So the original Plaud Note gave us a range of about 10 feet or 3 meters, and the new Plaud Note Pro is going to give us a pickup range of 16.4 feet or 5 meters. That means if you happen to be, say, in a classroom and you're recording a lecture and your professor is about, 12, 14, 15 feet away in front of the class and you're recording, you're still going to be able to pick up that audio nice and clean and get your transcriptions and your notes taken. Now the next one is kind of a big one, and I really like this, and that is with the original Plaud Note, there were no screens on it. It was just a couple of LED lights. With the new Plaud Note Pro, there's actually a screen on there. It's a very small, little, just about a 1-inch OLED screen that's going to give you information like you can see the progress when you're transferring files, you can see the progress when you're doing firmware updates, you can see how much battery life you have left, you can see different modes you're in. It really does give you enough information that you can feel comfortable and secure when using the device. Now this next one could be a big deal for some people. I'm not sure it's the biggest deal for me, but when it comes to recording time and battery life, it used to be with the original Plaud Note, you were going to get 30 hours of recording time. That's more than enough, for, I think, for most people. That's more than a solid full day of recording. But with the new Plaud Note, on a full charge, you're going to be able to get up to 50 hours in endurance mode. So if for some reason you needed to leave this thing on and record for 2 full days, you could do it. Now, this last difference is something I really want to mention because this is the biggest deal for me, and that is you now have auto sensing modes. So with the original Plaud Note, there was just a little toggle switch that toggled between like meeting mode and phone mode, and you just had to switch them between the two when you were, say, recording a phone call versus recording a meeting. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I would always forget which one was which. I just could not remember which one was which. And you can see it in the app, but that meant you had to go into the app to see which mode you were in. The new Plaud Note Pro, it's auto sensing. You just start recording and it knows whether or not you're recording a phone call or you're recording a meeting. And that is very, very handy. All right, now that I have the Plaud Note Pro's firmware updated, let's go ahead and put it in the sleeve. And before I put it in here, I just want to give you a little bit of a warning that this thing is very thin, and with the original Plaud Note, it was very difficult to get the device out of the sleeve. Now, unless they change that, just be warned. So let me go ahead and put this in there. Slide it right on in. You can see it fits very nicely. There's a cutout so you can still charge without having to take the device out of the sleeve, and it attaches right there to the back of your phone magnetically. Now this one, it was very difficult to get out. It's very tight, and then I realized this little switch right here is very easy. Just grab it with your nail, pull it, comes right out. That's nice. That switch does not exist anymore on here, and so it's a little bit more challenging to try and get a grip on this thing to get it out, but you can. You just have to pull it from the sides a little bit, and then you can get it to come on out. So they did make it a little bit easier, it seems like, with this version, with the Pro. Now, let me go ahead just quickly and show you guys what this looks like when you're using it, because it is very simple and it's kind of awesome and works really well. All right, I'm going to start off by making a phone call and recording a phone call. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach this to my phone right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and push it and hold it, and we'll see that it's going to start recording right there. So now I'm going to go ahead and call my brother. What's going on, man? Hey, I'm just recording this video for this Plaud Note. I just wanted to give an example of what it sounds like and looks like when you're recording with a phone call on this device. So just wanted to give you a heads up to let you know.
It does sound, I used it the other day. It does work pretty well. You record and then it does tell you who's talking and what they're talking. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. It works well because you get the actual audio recording, and you get the transcripts. So, all right. Anyways, I'll call you back when I'm done.
All right, cool. Later.
All right, bye. That's it. You hit end and you're good to go. And I'm going to hit stop recording and move the note over to my phone. All right, everyone. Well, there you have it. That is a look at the Plaud Note Pro, and I think this is a fantastic device. I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun to have. It is extremely useful. When I first got this, I wasn't really sure about it until they told me about the recording of phone calls, and I was like, yes, that works. I use this for recording phone calls all the time when I'm talking to businesses. If I'm talking to a brand or if I'm talking to a business for tech support, sometimes it helps me be able to refer back to those notes so I don't have to call again. I can just look and say, okay, that's what I needed to do. Sometimes, if I'm talking to someone and I'm afraid they're going to tell me something that, later they're going to renege on, maybe they're trying to tell me like, hey, you're going to get this deal, but then they try and tell me later they're not. Well, I can then point back to the notes in the recording and say, no, this is what your representative told me, and you guys need to honor that. That's actually happened before. So big ups on Plaud Note for making that feature available to us. I love the fact this thing now has auto sensing mode, so I don't have to worry about switching modes. I can just start the recording button, hit the record button, start recording, and it's going to do it in the right way. So yeah. All right, everyone, I'm going to leave links to it down below in the video description so you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.